Well guys, I haven't made a video in a while. Not really too enthused about making videos anymore. But I figured I'd do another one here. We raced on the weekend at our local airport. Now I didn't get any video of my car or this car or any other car racing because I was too busy helping my customers, helping this, the owner of this car, and working on my car, and a few other guys were having issues that I was trying to help. So videos not really my thing. I'm more of a, I like to be hands-on. So, but anyway, this car was the fastest one there, other than a dragster that had nitrous. This thing ran a 512 at 142 miles an hour in the 8th mile with no nitrous. That was all motor. This is a 640 Donovan and made almost 1200 horsepower in the dyno. Now I had the car here last week to get it ready for the races. We did some testing when we rented the track, and the car performed well, but the fuel system wasn't up to par. So I upgraded the fuel system with bigger lines, different regulator, different returns, things like that, just to get a more volume up to the carburetor, because it was leaning out at mid-track. I'm gonna go close this door here. Frickin' trains are annoying. So where was I? Yeah, we were upgrading the fuel system, and we got the car to work better. But when I was done that, and he was going to come pick up the car, I went to back the car out of the shop, and the transmission was not working properly. I put it in reverse, and it would. And then this thing has a pro brake, which means you have to apply the trans brake when it's in reverse in order for the car to back up. So I put the car in reverse. I applied the trans brake, and the car slowly started to back up. If I'd rev it up a little bit, then it would start backing up. So now I'm thinking, well, there's an internal leak in the transmission somewhere. It's not applying pressure. So I put the car in low gear, applied the trans brake, and the car would creep backwards. And it's not supposed to creep backwards. It's supposed to, trans brake is supposed to lock the transmission between low gear and reverse, but it was backing up. And in most cases when that happens, the band is a little bit worn, and it hadn't been adjusted since the transmission was new. So I adjusted the band a little bit tighter, and it's supposed to be 70 inch-pounds and then 2.5 to 3 turns out. So I adjusted it exactly where it's supposed to be. Tried it again, same thing, the car would back up. So I kept adjusting this until the car stopped backing up, but by the time I had the car working as it should, not backing up when I applied the trans brake, the band was only like half a turn out. So that is way too tight, and that would have burnt out the transmission. There's an internal leak in here somewhere. No, it could be that the servo, this is a servo piston in here, and it has rings on it, and the valve body applies pressure when you're on the trans brake to the servo, and the servo applies pressure to the band, and it locks on a drum, and that's what holds the transmission from moving. That's what holds the car from moving. So I didn't bother taking the transmission apart. I didn't have time to get into it because we were racing 2 days later. So what I did was took the motor and tranny out of the dragster. The dragster transmission was brand new, and it's the same transmission as that one. The only difference is it's got a stock case. So I put that in, and we find out that a stock case can't handle a lot of horsepower. As you see there, if I can turn the light on here, maybe find it. Where is the light? There it is. She made, I think, probably about 6 passes, and She split the case right around. The whole bell housing is cracked all the way around. The guy said after his burnout, he went to back the car up and he felt a bump on the floor. You can see this whole thing can move because she's broken right off. This could have happened when we tried the nitrous. We did try the nitrous. Just I think there's a 175 shot in there, and we even had it on a progressive, coming on at like 50%, and then we dropped it down to 20%, just trying to get the car to hook. It wouldn't hold, and the car did get out of shape on one pass, and he had to lift and get on it again, and it shook the tires pretty hard, and I have a feeling that's what broke the transmission, because I think that was a pass just before this happened. So it probably cracked it, and then after he did his burnout, it just completed the job. But that's okay. I got another case. I think the internals are probably still good in this, so I'm going to take it apart and just change the case. So I'll save the customer some money. He doesn't have to buy a new transmission. But we're going to send that one out to get repaired. So we did have a fairly successful weekend. My car, I tried to hit it with a 250 shot of nitrous, and it didn't work. For some reason, the alcohol that the car runs on didn't mix too good with a 250 shot of fuel and nitrous. So I went back down to 150 shot, and the car worked good. It ran best was I think a 590. I don't know the mile an hour, can't remember, but we had a good weekend. It was fun. And yeah, so this car's back in the shop. I'm gonna get that tranny done. Send that one out. The shitty thing is that this transmission has to come out the top. It will not come out the bottom because that X brace there is welded in, and it will not go out the bottom. And it's a bitch getting it out of here by myself, but this part of the tunnel comes off yet. I'll take that off, and then I can slide the transmission back and lift it out of there. But anyway, we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.